Hello, everyone. It has been a few weeks since I have made a video, but we have been hard at work in the background building out our new Backtester. That is a web-based application, and it is going to be available inside of mltipl.AI. So as a lot of you know, we have this backtesting software that runs inside of MetaTrader, and we use it constantly and we know it pretty well. But what we have found over the last year, 2 years, is that it tends to be a little confusing for some people. There's a lot of steps. You have to build custom symbols. There's a lot of inputs that you have to be familiar with, aware of. You have to know how to use MetaTrader's tester environment, which is it's not exactly easy. It can be a headache in and of itself. And we just felt like the best path forward for mltipl.AI, because we did get a lot of requests from people to be able to backtest, was to simply build out our own sort of separate standalone application. And that's what this is. So I am going to walk everyone through the process and kind of give you just a glimpse into the functionality here. It's so simple to use. You log into it using the Telegram API. So you're going to need a 2FA code from Telegram. And then it will bring you here where you can basically choose from the list of channels that you follow. And let's do this one, because we have always had challenges with this channel. So one of the things about the old backtester that just really was just issues with MetaTrader in general that we would run into was that sometimes we would extract data and just to kind of give you an idea, we extract data, but it's like a raw data file. So let's look here. And here's a bunch of the data files that I've extracted. It's just a raw file, basically, and it looks exactly like the chat that you see in Telegram, except it has a timestamp. And what we would do is we would parse all of these signals like this inside of MetaTrader, right? But there's challenges to this, because these formats, they're similar oftentimes, but they don't, there's small variations from signal to signal, from provider to provider, and so you have to kind of account for all those, and it can be challenging to just to keep up with all the formats. So we built something out that would parse these things just a little bit better, right? So in that entire data set that I showed you, those are the signals, these two, in all of that chatter, right? So basically, what we would find was that we would extract data, for a year, and be able to test the channel's performance over the course of the year, and then all of a sudden the next month, it just, no matter what we did, the data would not load into MetaTrader for whatever reason, and we never ever have gotten to the bottom of that. 2 years of working with MetaTrader's testing environment, their CSV import function, we have never figured out why it just won't load some CSV files. So we said there has to be a better way to do this, and there has to be something simpler. So we came up with this concept. I'm going to go ahead and extract these 3 days worth of data and just kind of give you some idea of how simple this is to use, so that those of you that are current members of the platform, you should have access to this by the end of the week. We're going to go ahead and send out an email to everybody, saying that it's available. And yeah, we're super excited, just because, like I said, it's so easy to use. Probably the biggest challenge at this stage is, as you can imagine, Telegram. Telegram isn't always super friendly when you're extracting historical data, and sometimes they'll rate limit you, and so there are situations where it will take a little while to extract data. Sometimes it's fast, sometimes it's really slow. But we'll go ahead and let this extract, and I'm going to come back and show you the next steps. All right, so here we are back in our data extraction stage. You can see that we actually have a status. We got a raw data file, and then we got a parsed data file. It'll tell us how many signals we found, and then we can go ahead and click on this, run backtest, and we can see the results. That was actually pretty fast. So it'll give us P&L, max trades, win rate, sort of a basic overview. And then we can go detailed analysis, and this will give us a more detailed dashboard with our P&L curve, Sharpe ratio, profit factor, all that stuff. So yeah, and list of trades that's taken. Yes, so that's what it looks like. Like I said, we're pretty excited. We should have this fully deployed by the end of the week is our estimate. So we have a few things we have to build out in the server, but this will be available to those of you that are currently members of mltipl.AI. I think probably what we'll do is we'll go ahead and leave the 70% off discount code of operational through the end of the year if you want to join. The idea, I think, in our minds is that we've spent weeks building out the regex for all of these channels, but we don't have access to every single channel. So there may be some channels here and there where it won't be able to parse the data until we actually add the data into our system. But yeah, we're super excited, and so like, let's say that you want to do multiple channels, you can actually hit back to extraction here, and then start the process over again, right? So any channel in your collection should be able to parse and give backtest results on that. So yeah, thanks for watching, and like I said, super excited. Once we get this deployed to the system, we will be sending out an email if you're on our email list. And yeah, hit us up if you've got questions. And thanks so much for watching.